Right. All right. Hello.
Wait a minute. I always forget to do this. Let's see. That's too far down. Wait, what? Can you
What
see my
happened?
camera?
I see you're in the box, but I don't see your camera on. No.
So maybe it's this way. Maybe that's better. So now let's turn it on. Yeah. Save. Ha.
There
There
you
we go.
go. How are
Hi
you?
there. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good.
I'm just gonna share this out to a few.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good.
So, Miss Tammy, I was wondering when is your birthday?
It's December. December
December
9th.
what?
9th.
December 9th?
Mm-hmm.
My youngest his is December 3rd.
Oh wow, my nephew's is December 3rd. That's
What
crazy.
what's that? Sagittarius or something?
Sagittarius,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
I'm not too into the zodiac signs, but I try to keep up.
Yeah,
Hey
I'm not
Christine.
I'm not there. Hey Christine, welcome in. Um, I'm not a big zodiac person, but sometimes you meet people and you like, I know your sign is, you know. But I was way off with you, so
I was just looking at that part of the replay and I thought that was so hilarious.
yeah, because you have you seem as though, I'll say that, you seem as though you have like everything has to be in sequential order or like very methodical in your
Let,
processes and things like that.
let me tell you what I account that to. So I come from a military family.
There you go.
My
That's it.
grandfather, my grandfather, he was a sergeant major. He did 32 years in the military. He was in two wars, the
Wow.
Vietnam and the Korean War. And then my father was a Marine for
See.
16 years.
Yep.
So it's in my blood. It's like I
Yeah.
need things to go, how they're supposed to go and like some
Yeah.
type of rhyme and reason to everything.
Yeah. So my dad was in the Navy. And then I have a brother that was in the Navy, a brother that was in the Marine Corps for 30 years. He retired. Um,
Okay.
and then, just family members here and there in Army, military, whatever. But yeah, those are but we weren't regimented. Like our life wasn't, my dad was just like, whatever. He was just,
Yeah.
so yeah,
All right,
it
give me
was,
one
all
second.
right.
I also I want to do, the light check. I got to make sure that my light is set to the farthest
It's
timer so I
turned
ain't
all the way on.
Yeah, you know how that goes.
That is so funny.
And then let me put our taps or claps and sharing is caring at
Oh,
the same
yes, yes, yes. That is important.
right.
Tapping is clapping.
So
Hey, Charity, welcome in.
at
I'm
some
sorry.
point I'm going to figure out you can actually put a like checklist of what you intend, the topics you intend on talking about during the live. I'm going to figure it out and put it on the screen one of these times. It won't be today, but I'm going to get it.
I'm sure you will, David. I have no doubt in
Yeah.
my mind.
All
No
right.
doubt, for sure. I like the fact that you can handle all of that part of it. I mean, I can, but it's better to share
Now,
the wealth.
can I? No, I'm just kidding.
Welcome in, David. Thriftiana Jones.
Oh, my boy D1.
Okay, so it's D1, D2. Got it.
Yeah, I joined the party afterwards, so I'm two, and
Okay,
he's
got
been there
it.
a little longer, so he's at the top of the list.
Ah,
We're
got
trying
it, got it, got it.
we're trying to get a D3 and D4 going.
There you go. I'm sure they're out there.
Right. All right, let me get this light real quick. Oh, look, it just went off.
The D2 and Tammy show. I like it. I like it.
Okay.
Okay, we need a drum roll.
Where is it at? Let me get my
We
sound
need a
effect.
drum roll for your new news.
Oh, the drum rolls for me?
Yeah, for you. There
Oh,
you go.
it wasn't supposed to be that drum roll. That was the joke drum roll right
No, you
there.
need the real one.
You're right.
The drum
All right,
line
so
one.
I guess we will start with the news that
Your great news.
I officially signed up for Nifty. So many. Yeah, let me clap it up for that too. So many people, so many videos. I like looked at articles and things about Nifty, and hey, Nikki, welcome in. Um, so I have been hearing about it. The popularity is like exploding. Everybody's talking about it. I was so skeptical at first. Like we were just talking a second ago, I always look for like some type of method, some type
Yep.
of, I just jumping into stuff is not in my, book of things to do. But
Yep.
so many people talking highly of it, people, showing their results and things like that. I'm like, let me get into it. And I think actually Thriftiana Jones or someone, maybe it was Terry, had said, "Hey, you need to use Miss Tammy's, her, what is it, the code that you use at
Yeah.
checkout to
Yep.
sign."
Yep. Yep.
Hopefully you get credit for it because I actually did use yours. But I'm just like, what the heck? And then you suggested, hey Luna, how you doing? You had suggested trying the trial first, see how I
Yep.
like it and things like that. So I definitely tried the trial, and by the second or third day, I'm like, okay, I can get used to
Yep.
this.
Yep.
It,
Nikki,
it
yes,
takes
it
care of
is
a
that.
lot of the work.
It
Go ahead.
does. Nikki, that is the app that will allow you to cross list your items across, I think it's 5 or 6 platforms. Hey, Luna, welcome in.
Thank you
So,
for the heart
yeah,
me.
Charity
And
said maybe
so
she'll try it Q4.
that was me pushing it off, pushing it back and back. Maybe after, today's live and us talking about it, it'll be a little even more encouraging for her to try and, get started with it. But one thing I will say, I I was on, like I mentioned before, I was only using primarily eBay.
Hmm.
So now just trying to get acclimated to the other platforms and like, noticing the subtle differences and things like that. Like I'm still in the learning curve and all of that, but I like it though. I definitely
Yep.
like it. I'm happy with it, and I've only been using it for 4 or 5 days so far.
So
Um, I
glad.
will s- I will say the first day, as soon as I signed up and got the email, I'm like, all right, well, where's the sales at? Like,
Right.
I thought it was gonna happen. I thought it was gonna happen that fast, and obviously it doesn't. So I so I had to, actually start the cross listing and getting it onto the different platforms and things like that. And then I think it was day 3, I got my first sale. So that was pretty cool too. It was the validation, confirmation that I needed. It actually works because that was a platform that I had never gotten a sale on before. Mercari, that was
Yeah.
actually the first time I sold anything on Mercari through Nifty. So I'm
That's
ecstatic,
awesome.
excited, and all.
That's awesome. And especially Macari is probably one of the least likely platforms. Like that is my lowest performing platform. So it's so odd that that would be your one of your first sales, but absolutely,
Right?
there is never any
I'll
rhyme or
take
reason to
it.
it. So D1
And
says
what else was kind of
I'll be nifting the beginning of the year.
one thing I will say too, which was ironic, is the first item that I sold through Nifty was an item that I got out of the abandoned storage unit. I don't know if you saw the footage that I posted last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had just gotten that it was a Adidas zip up hoodie. And I just got it out of the abandoned storage unit, and I had posted it on eBay, and it just happened to be one of the first that I cross listed. That was the first thing to go. I was like shocked. I was completely shocked. So that was really cool. It's really cool. So Um, so I know you've been using Nifty for a while. How are you? Like, what's the latest with you?
So I absolutely love Nifty, as you probably know from all of my talk about Nifty.
Yep.
But so they rolled out some new features, which I think are really handy. Now, I say handy, but I also think that people shouldn't rely on it primarily for their pricing. So what they rolled out was a pricing tool. And I think it's great. I really do. I think it's awesome. But I also think that you need to still do your comparisons apples to apples. So they rolled out a comparison and give you suggested pricing. They give you the lowest, the middle of the road, and then the highest, where it's less likely to sell at that price point. But I think it's important that you're always comparing apples to apples. So if my shirt is new with tags, it of course may beat their range if they're comparing all used resold items. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's
Yep.
important that you really go in and do your due diligence.
Hey, Melly, how you doing? Yes, that's definitely true. And I see Christine, she had also mentioned, I found it tends to be on the low end. Good to compare, just
Yep.
exactly what you were saying too. But yeah, that's definitely hello, Carrie. Glad you could join us. We're talking about Nifty. I just joined Nifty and we're kind of, updating the chat on it. But um as always, is definitely a good thing to compare and, still check comparables, what things are actually selling for and
Yep.
all of that. So it
Yeah.
definitely makes sense what you're saying.
Yeah. I
Is it?
think nobody should just arbitrarily use things as crutches. Do you know what I mean? You have to really think of your
Yes.
business as this is your business. You can't allow a platform to run your business for you. You can allow it to aid in you running your business. But making those business
Sure.
decisions on pricing and things like that, I think that is important to keep, you know,
Definitely, definitely.
your hands on. Endless
Christine signed
deals.
the market. She says, "Yay, welcome to the Nifty Club. Thank
Nifty
you, thank you."
Club, yay.
Endless
Endless
deals,
deals.
man.
How do you like Nifty so far? I just came in.
So I am loving it so far. I think I'm not even a week in. I'm like on day 5. I think I have through platforms that I hadn't started selling already, through Nifty, I have sold 3 items so far. I have 9 total. 6 of them were on eBay, which I mean, I'm gonna count it because it's on Nifty now, so it's keeping track of everything that I have going on. But I would say 3 that are specifically on platforms that I wasn't selling on before this, and I'm loving it so far. It makes things a lot easier, a lot easier. Do you know how much time it would take if you're literally individually listing all of those items on each platform? Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
because I was doing it. So before I actually even really knew what I was doing, I decided to go um, and list. So I was listing on eBay and I decided, oh, I'm going to try Poshmark. And so I would take everything from eBay and then just list it individually on Poshmark. It was taking forever. So
Right.
then, and this was when Nifty was auto posher. So it was a long time ago. And I
Uh-huh.
was like, okay, this is not going to happen. So I saw another large creator, a large reseller talk about auto posture, and I was like, okay, but I had signed up with another one for the trial, and I think it was Vindu. I think that's what it was. And I
Okay.
was like, yeah, I need a manual just to start. Like, no, this
So it
was
wasn't user friendly like Nifty is, I assume.
it wasn't to me. Now it might be to others, but to me it was just like brain block. I couldn't figure it out. I was like, yeah, nope. So I didn't continue that subscription or whatever, and then I went straight over to Auto Posture. And I think the week I joined, they turned to Nifty. So,
Wow.
yep.
So I do have a question for you.
Hmm.
So I I haven't yet started actually listing from Nifty. What I'm doing is I'm creating the listing on eBay like I was doing, like I'm used to, and then I would just cross list it. Have you started actually listing through Nifty?
Yes. So I was in the beginning, I would start on eBay and then cross list it over. And then one day I decided, I'm going to try to just list directly. And I have to say, I like it.
Okay.
Now, and I say I like it because I can load everything into my drafts
Yeah.
and then schedule it, like do all of my updatings or whatever, and schedule it to drop when I want it to actually drop.
Okay.
So you have that scheduling feature, but you also have the ability to do everything that you could do in eBay now exists in Nifty. So if you want a background remover, if you want to put it on an AI model, if you want to cast some shadows or whatever the case, you
I
can do all
saw
of that
that.
now.
Wow.
So
That's
since they've
very
upgraded it to that level, I'm like, yeah, why not? Just start here and keep going. So
endless
Christine
deals.
said that she only does it through Nifty now as well.
Awesome. But
Yeah,
it does
now it
cost you
does
credits
cost
for some of
credits.
them. Yeah. I noticed that too. And within my week trial, I had reached my credit limit.
Oh, yeah.
So I just went ahead and go ahead and did the first the month of membership, and I'm just gonna do it, that way until I really, seal the deal, make sure that I want to, make sure that I want to use Nifty across the board,
Yeah.
and then I intend on. I think you said you do it for the year.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
think once I really get everything down, I'm gonna just pay for the year because it eliminates a overhead. You're
Yeah.
not worried
I
about it.
mean, technically, if you're looking at it from an accounting standpoint, you would amortize that amount over your 12 months anyway. So you would take the total balance, and this is the accounting head in me, but you would take the entire amount and amortize it over the whole 12 months. But I just, yeah.
It makes sense.
So Christine said that she does 70 a week and haven't run out of credits yet. I don't think I've run out of credits either. And I do quite a few. I try to do at least 100 a week. She's killing the game with 70 more, 70.
Really, right? That's
Oh, so she
amazing.
said 70 a week. Okay. So I was thinking she was saying 70 a day.
Still,
No.
that's still, 10 listings a day.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that you had mentioned being able to schedule your listings too, because when you're consistently putting up listings on these platforms, you're consistently getting kept into that algorithm, and it shows that you're serious about what you're doing.
Yep.
So being able to schedule it instead of flooding your platforms with 30 listings in one day, you can kind of break it up so that if you do have a slow day throughout the week, it'll still be posting to that platform.
Yeah, it works. It works really well with me and my schedule because I'm the caregiver, so there's a lot that some days you just don't realize what your day is going to be as a caregiver, so you never really know what's happening. So it's always good to have something in the draft that is ready to go and I can schedule it.
Miss Tammy, I got something for you for
Okay,
thanking
let's go.
as a thank you for did you
Oh,
see the
you,
little
yeah, the slide.
I,
Thank you.
I gifted you a little watermelon slide
I
for
appreciate it.
well for solidifying me getting into Nifty. Hey Lainey, we're talking about me finally getting into Nifty and cross listing on the different platforms.
So
But
Endless
yeah, that's
Deals asked the question, what was your process before Nifty? It takes so long, but with less than 100 listings, I'm not ready. Okay. So I can totally understand that. If you only have 100 listings, I could see where is this not necessarily a time to jump, but it all depends on your business model. So if you are making plenty of sales on your one platform and you don't see the need to go to another one, then I wouldn't do it. Thank you so much for the gifts, lady. I just think for me and where I knew I wanted to scale to, it was most beneficial for me because I did want the cross listing and going from platform to platform.
And my thing was, my goal right now is to get to 1,000 listings. I'm at close to 950, so I'm right there at the threshold. But I wanted to just be able to manage those 1,000 listings a lot easier.
Yes.
It was becoming tedious to log into, eBay once an hour in my day, checking on different offers and,
Yep.
making sure that certain listings were the way I wanted them. Now with Nifty, it kind of handles all of that for you. So
Yeah.
it's definitely, it's been awesome for me these last 5 days or so.
But I love it. I think that is so awesome. And
For
yes,
sure.
Christine, I'm with you. The way it delists everything is fantastic.
Hey, Laney's the top
Yeah,
gifter.
yeah, we
Appreciate
got all
you.
kinds of bells and whistles happening. Thank you so much, Lainey. But yeah, Christine, I think that is one of the most beneficial things because so let me tell you, I use Vinted now. I sell on Vinted. So having to remember this sold on Vinted to go to Nifty to delist or vice versa is a pain. So I
Yeah.
appreciate the delisting. It makes you appreciate it so much more when you have to do it manually.
I was so amazed after the first couple sales that I got, just seeing it on Nifty that they went and delisted it from the other platforms. That's
Yeah.
so cool to me. Like, I love that. Like, less work for me.
So did you also do the have you had it set up where it automatically renews your listings after so long?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
good.
And it even sent me a notification that, uh, you know, this listing was already renewed like 7 days ago and things like it's like really handy. I
Yep.
must say, it's really handy. I like that
Good.
it sends you the notifications. It will send you warnings if I guess it's if your pricing
Yes.
doesn't match up. It even warns you about that. Like there's a lot of benefits to having Nifty. So
Yeah, so that's another part of their pricing tool. They actually put in a program like that runs behind the scenes. So when you initially get your platform price for eBay, it will add and subtract based on your numbers to get you the same profit. So I think that's super handy.
yeah. Did you go in and edit the I guess the specifics of that, or you left it as is, or did you even mess with it at all, or what?
So I didn't. I didn't mess with it. I left it as it was. And let me
Okay.
tell you why. Because as I'm going through the listings, there are times where I'm like, I second guess it. So when I see their numbers, because they do automatically populate, I second guess a lot of them because I don't think that they're actually thinking about offers. So because for me, I think on Poshmark, I get crazy offers. Like they're always half, sometimes more than half. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Same is true with Depop. But so I do go in and kind of bump it from where they say it should be, but I haven't gone in and actually programmed it to do the automatic bump.
I haven't touched it just yet either. And like I said, it's just my first week. I'm still getting into, the specifics of everything. Right now, at this point, I have just kept the prices on all of the platforms, what I had already have it set at for eBay.
Okay.
And then, like you're saying, people will send offers and different things anyway. So I feel like it may work out for me. And, soon in the near future, I'll start getting into to the specifics of, okay, I think it's Poshmark,
Mhm.
20% off of the top they're going to take for fees. So I want to account for that and different
Yes.
things. I haven't touched it yet, but I'll get into all the details and things
Yep.
like that soon.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
but Nifty is A1 in my book so far. I cannot
Cool. I'm
complain at
so
all.
glad. There's nothing better than recommending something that is worthwhile that someone can use and benefit from. So
For sure. And it is
that's why
much
I'm always tooting
appreciated.
the horn.
Okay, so Side Street Market, she says my last one wouldn't delist from Etsy or Macari anymore. I wonder why. Do you know anything about that one, Tammy?
No, I think she was talking about her last software, cross listing software, right, Christine? 'Cause that's crazy.
Endless Deal says you're a real one for not having a cross lister at almost 1,000 listings. Glad you got it. It was a
Yeah,
struggle. It was a struggle. It really was.
that's
It was a struggle.
crazy. But look at
But
all the money you missed out on.
I know. That's the part I'm thinking about. No more. I'm getting all
Yep.
my bucks.
I know all of it. All the sales, all the dollars, they're coming your way.
Yes, for sure. Let me
That's
see if
cool.
we missed any other comments before we move on to this next topic at hand. I think we got to everybody's.
Welcome
So
in, Pearl Creates.
welcome, welcome. So the main topic outside of my new Nifty journey, we were gonna start talking about keywords and titles on
Yes.
different platforms and things.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Yes.
maybe you can get into the importance of that and why we even thought it was something we should be talking about today.
Yeah, definitely. So I feel like what I was noticing when I looked at my Depop numbers, tons of stuff is getting viewed, but nothing was getting like liked, clicked on, whatever. And if you go into Depop, so I promote my store on Depop.
Okay.
And you can see like how many views you've gotten on your items from when you go into the platform. So I was looking at it and I was like, well, why hasn't this sold? Because some things just scream Depop. Do you know what I mean? Like some of this Y2K stuff is just like Depop all day long. And
Yeah.
you just start to wonder, like, I wonder why this isn't doing this, why it isn't selling, why people aren't sending offers or clicking on this item. So I started to think about it, and I had watched some other creators and they were talking, or other resellers, and they were talking about how Depop titles are so different. So that's exactly what I started looking into. Like, because even as a shopper, I've looked at Depop and I'm like, why is their title full of emojis? Like, and I think I'm showing my age, but so I was like, this is so confusing. And then that is the one platform where people go in and they say, like they'll put a label, so they'll say anthropology, and then in the description it'll say anthropology adjacent. What is that? So you mean this is not, so it just turned into this whole dive for me, and I'm like, there's not. Yeah, you're right. I'm a boomer too. I'm like, this is too much. So I ended up looking into it, and actually there is a method to it, which was shocking to me. So for eBay, eBay does SEO words first. So it is a search engine optimization platform, and that's the way it runs. So your titles should actually be brand, then your item, gender, size, color, material, style, pattern, feature, occasion, and keywords, all in 80 characters. How about that? So
Lainey, not to cut you off, Lainey says you only have to be 13 to sell on Depop. Lots of young sellers and buyers there.
that makes
Very
sense.
true.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That's how we got the emojis.
One more time, can you repeat that list of the keyword, the phrases and things that you just said?
Sure. For eBay, the formula is brand, the item, gender, size, color, material, style, pattern or feature, occasion, and then SEO keywords.
Got you.
So
Now,
an example would be like a Patagonia better sweater, quarter zip pullover, men's large gray fleece outdoor hiking.
got you. Now, let me
So
ask you this. Do you specifically, or do you think that order matters, or just as long as those things are in your title? What would you say?
I do believe that it works. I think that there is methodology to it that proves that it works. So according to eBay, I think I read something like only the first so many characters of the title matter
Okay.
for eBay. And I can't remember the exact number. If anybody, order matters. Okay. Miss
I
Rizza
know
says order
she said it in
matters.
bold letters too.
Yeah, like absolutely.
And this is why I asked that question, because I don't know if it's my OCD or not, but I use all of those things, those keywords that you just named, but I have it in a different order. So maybe I need to go about in my listings or, moving forward, start using that exact order that you just said and see if I have any better luck or, if more things sell or get more views or things like that. And with Miss Risner, she's with the caps, orders
Yeah.
matter. I might need to rethink my order of the keywords.
Yes, I mean, so I believe that Nifty follows this exactly, and I've seen a lot of different people say that you shouldn't put. And as a matter of fact, I was on a eBay call, and they were talking about titles, and they said that it's not necessarily important to put the gender in. Because when people
Really?
go into, so listen to the rationale because it made sense, but then I was like, I don't think so.
That's the first
But
thing I put in my listings is the gender.
so it literally says, like you're automatically going to go into the drop downs that say women. So it's an automatic filter or that says men. So it wouldn't necessarily be pulling your title because it's coming from your categories.
So does that mean that I'm wasting some of the 80 characters that I have even putting the gender, or I should at least put it in, just not first, or what?
Listen, I don't know.
Oh
But
man.
okay, so somebody better than me. So let's see. Miss Risner says the gender is already in the specifics.
That
So
does make sense. That does make sense.
so they said that you really shouldn't necessarily include men's or women's. But I will also say that I don't know that that's accurate.
I have
I think you,
always I have always put men's or women's or youth or kids at the beginning just so it's as plain as day. But that is true though. It is in the drop down, it's already in the specifics.
yeah. And
So
like I said, that came from eBay, like the eBay reps that I was listening to. So, less
wow.
is more in the gender. Okay. Well, and
That
if
is
you think about it
interesting.
now, things can be gender inclusive. I think that's
Either
the word.
or.
So
Yep. Yep.
my daughter would give me some applause for that. Like, you actually got that, Mom.
That is true though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
High
says
bargains and savings. Welcome in.
this is why it says it works. So it starts with the brand. It uses searchable product name. It gives users buyer keywords, no filler words, and every word adds value.
And Lainey says absolutely gender inclusive. Some people don't identify as male or female, non-binary.
That's
So
very true. So, maybe we're missing out because we're putting men and women in our titles.
right? Dang. All right. So I got to take that out of
Always
there.
something, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So I also did like a search of some strong SEO keywords.
Uh-huh.
And we've got like button front.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
So button front, quarter zip, full zip, linen, wool, cashmere, cotton, leather, vintage, Y2K, boho, cottage core, utility, cargo, outdoor, hiking, golf, performance, moisture wicking, stretch, relax fit, oversized, tall, and big and tall. Now, here's a question for the chat. Chat, when you are listing a plus size item or a big and tall item, do you put the size big and tall, or do you put the size and let them determine that it's big and tall?
Let's see what the chat has to say about this one.
So what say you, David? What do you think?
So just based off of the sex, the men and women or gender, it's already in the specifics. So maybe you don't even need to put big or tall, and you're just using up, unnecessary characters writing big and tall or whatever the case is.
Okay.
Laney says I use big and tall in the description and the size in the title. See,
Yes.
yeah. So it
Okay.
might be a
And
waste of the characters even writing that.
yeah, so Mrs. Risner says extended sizing. That makes sense. Rebecca says she does both. That's pretty
Mm.
cool. Um, I always like to see how everybody else is doing it, just because, we don't necessarily have, like, there's no exact format. Do you know what I mean? I think that people search and they find stuff and they buy stuff. So, and something causes them to.
For sure. I'm just looking at some of the other comments that we might have missed. I see Rebecca joined in. Welcome, Rebecca. She says, sorry, I'm late, friends. It's a manic Wednesday. I know how that can get.
Yeah,
It's all right.
absolutely. Totally understand. So Side Street Market says, I use plus because as a plus, I often search plus when I'm searching for things. That makes sense. Lainey
And
says the same for her.
back to we were talking about the Depop titles. Ms. Risner says she uses the otter emoji on everything for 50% more engagement. That's interesting.
What
I
is the
want
otter emoji? Like, is that a thing?
she posted it in the chat too. I'm looking at it. I don't think I've ever touched that emoji ever on any device, but I might have to start if it's
So
gonna
wait,
get
yeah, let me write that down.
right. Let's take notes. If that is gonna add 50% more engagement on my listing,
I got you. Thank
I
you
might
so
have to
much for
add
that.
that. Right? Oh, good
So
tip there.
handy.
Rebecca says plus for women, big and tall for men. At least that is how I do it.
Yeah, like I said, there's never, like, it's good to have discussion because you can feel what everybody else is doing and see how that may work or benefit what you got going on. So I love it. I love that.
Definitely.
Lainey said we all have otters. Hey, I'm with you. I will be. Okay, so otter is the Gen Alpha coded. We do
That's their
all need
language.
animals.
That
So I
must be
wonder
the
what are the Gen Xers animal
oh boy.
emoji?
Oh
Right.
boy.
It's pretty cool, right? Like, I'm
Do they
sure
have
there
like a
is one.
sloth? Do they have a sloth emoji or something in there?
Okay, wait a minute. We are not slow. What?
I'm just kidding.
But that's hilarious though. We might be slow to the take. Oh, we're playing outside all day. I love it.
That is funny. So then in the notes that we have here, the different platforms we have kind of some notes of how maybe the keywords and the titles work. I don't
Yep.
know if maybe we could go through some of these or
Sure.
just
Well, let me give you what the title formula looks like for Poshmark.
okay.
It's brand, item, style name, color, size, feature, and trend keyword. So here is an example. Free people, easy street, tunic sweater, cream, oversized boho, size M.
Mm, okay. And
So what do you guys think of that? Here's another example. Lululemon Define jacket, black, size 8, athletic yoga running.
it's funny to me how the different platforms really do have different, ways to go about it. I guess like we're saying in the chat here, different platforms will cater to a different audience.
That's very
So
true.
yeah,
That's very,
I
very true.
gotta I gotta
So
get
here,
up on some of the Gen X and the other lingos out there for these
yeah,
keywords.
for sure. So here are some keywords that they recommend for Poshmark: capsule wardrobe, quiet luxury, minimalist, old money, coastal grandmother, ballet core, cottage core, lagging look, croquette, office, career, vacation, resort, and festival.
Side Street Market is asking, can you alter titles per platform on Nifty?
No, you have to do it after you post. You have to go into each platform and change it. Now, so if you think about this, like, it would only, so the base is there. So Nifty is doing the base. You would just go in and switch how the words are actually reading. So it gives you all the information you need, and you can leave it alone. You don't necessarily have to change it. The one thing that you can do is change your style tags inside Nifty per platform. So it will allow you to do that.
I haven't done that yet. I got to look into doing that too. Messing around with the style tags and all of
Yeah.
that stuff. I've
Yeah.
just been the basics so far. I'm
Yeah.
still in my infant stages with this thing, but I'm gonna go in and make sure that all the styles are taken care of. I did watch one of Lainey's video where she is showing how to set up the presets
Yeah.
for shipping. I did start messing with that, and it made it a lot easier. You just select the preset and it kind of handles the rest for you. So that was very useful. It's
Yeah.
just so many things within Nifty.
It
And then,
really is.
once I start getting into the styles and all of that, oh my goodness,
Yeah, it's
it's
gonna
gonna be off
slam.
to the races.
Absolutely. So Deborah is asking how much Nifty is per month. So Deborah, there are different levels. You can get kind of the a la carte version, I think, where it's just like cross listing or something like that. They have that part of it, and then they have the full kit and caboodle. Am I right, David? Have they might
I,
have changed it?
I went for the gusto. I went for
Okay.
it. I wasn't going to play around for 10 extra bucks or whatever it was. I'm like, go ahead, let's just do it. But yeah, they do have tiers, and the like Tammy's saying, the beginning one is just your basics, and then it just adds a couple more features as you go through the tiers. I think that the one that I signed up for before Miss Tammy's code was $69 a month. I'm almost at that in profit off of the 3 sales that I got through Nifty already.
Yeah.
So I can already say that I feel like it's worth it. I'm 5 days in and I've made the money that I spent for the month already. So that was cool.
Ooh. So she said that I have a free trial right now, and it accidentally relisted everything from my other platforms.
I'm not sure if I understand that one.
Yeah.
Accidentally relisted everything from my other platforms. Oh, back to eBay. It did it 2 times, so I had to pay for every ad 2 times. Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
Is that something maybe you could contact the support about? Because
Yeah.
obviously you wouldn't want duplicate, listings up there. Wow, that's something to keep in mind.
Oh, she said it's
Oh,
called
oh,
Flip. Were you
oh,
using a
okay.
different platform? Okay, so you're using a different cross listing platform, and
Gotcha.
that's where the mistake happened. Does that make sense?
I think I understand now, but oh man, that is a situation right there.
Yeah, so
Um,
Rebecca said, I've only been on Nifty for 3 months, and it has made me my $69 over and over again. I wish I had done it earlier. That's how most people feel.
yeah.
Well, I will tell you, I pay about, I'm going to say $90 a month, and I don't even flinch. It's like, so what? That's like a light bill or something. You know what I mean? Like, I need the lights, I need Nifty. Sorry.
Right?
I know it's a
Definitely.
lot, but it's a business expense, and I just look at it like that. I think that you need, just like you need, a computer or your phone every month. I rely on Nifty like I rely on those gadgets. So it, to
Hmm.
me, is a non-blinking item. And I know I've seen so many people say it's so much money and it's this and that. But once you get into it and you start making those sales, you feel so good.
Okay, and then who was this? I think I went back to the otters. She said it means what does this say here? Friendly and flirting.
Oh, all
That's
right.
funny.
Nice.
Also, goodness, we have so much engagement in the chat. I'm just trying not to miss anybody's comments, but someone had asked, is there a keyword list for hard goods? Yeah, is there a list
Oh,
like this for hard goods?
I'm sure there is, but you know what's interesting is some of these items can go for hard goods as well. Like, I mean, I had to think outside the box on some of this because I saw somebody post some, they were vintage canisters
Hmm.
and they actually used the term cottage core. And I was like, cottage core? Like, thinking that this is only about clothes, but actually no, it's a real like aesthetic. Just like farmhouse, just like boho. Those are all words that you can use for hard goods. So that's kind of how I likened it to.
I just saw that keyword for the first time the other day. What is cottage core? Is that what you
Yes,
said? So
cottage
I
core.
saw that. I still don't really fully understand. I tried to Google it, but like you said, so many different types of items came up. So it does correlate to not just one
Yeah.
specific type of item.
So I remember, like, I don't know, maybe a couple years ago when everybody started getting the farmhouse, the white colored cabinets in their kitchen, that was
Hmm.
all considered farmhouse. I wouldn't necessarily say that kitchen cabinets being white is farmhouse, but it falls into that aesthetic. So I think to find out those, it's kind of like Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah,
Hey, by
for
the way, did
sure.
anybody see that they made a remake of that show?
Did
Okay,
they?
that was like a little left, but
No,
I
it's all
just
right.
happened to look at it the other day. I was like, what is this? Like, that's not Laura. I don't know who these people are.
That is funny.
Yeah,
So,
anyway.
so Deborah says, I think I want to try. I just need to learn how to use it.
So the best
It's
thing that you can do, and David, you can touch on this more, but the best thing you can do is look at YouTube videos, watch other creators. I know I have done some videos out there. I know Lainey has done some. I know uh, her name is leaving me, but it's reuse.
Oh,
Um,
Laura.
Laura, she has done some. There's so many out there. I would just say get out there and just start watching people. I know for me, sometimes I'm a very visual person. So I actually hold my phone with my laptop and I'm like walking through.
Doing
Um,
it while you're watching, right?
exactly. And that
Yeah.
seems to help me. So I put it out there to see if it would help someone else. But there is so much content out there. I just say jump out there because you can definitely learn. But David, how do you feel? Did you watch YouTube videos before you jumped?
So when I first signed up, I am the type that I at least want to try for myself first until I hit the first obstacle or like, well, what the heck is going on with this? It wasn't too soon after I signed up, I started looking at YouTube videos, but they call it YouTube University for a reason. You can
Yes.
literally learn any and everything on YouTube. So I definitely, like you said, I checked out some of Laney's videos, some of your videos, some of the other, social media people that were creating content around Nifty just to, get a familiarity about everything. And I haven't learned everything, but I think I got to a point where I know enough to, function within the app.
Well,
So,
that's good. And it
yeah.
is super, super, super user friendly. I will say that. So user friendly. So Deborah said, one thing I wonder, what tier should I be on in eBay if I only have 1,500 items?
Well, like I
So,
said, I'm on eBay. Not to cut you off, Miss
uh-huh,
Tammy. I'm on
go ahead.
eBay. I have less than 1,000 items, and I went to the highest one that they had, 69 a month. Not saying you have to do that, but I just feel like I wanted to take it seriously. I didn't want any having to upgrade in the middle of the month because a feature isn't available to me. I just went for the best one that I saw available for me, but you have a week to try to do a trial. So you can try it out and see if you need the top of the line or if you could just do with the bare basic one. I would definitely say try it though, for sure. For
Deborah,
sure.
if you ever have any questions, you can always reach out to me. Just message me directly. I'm not an expert by far, but I do try to respond as quickly as I possibly can.
Same here. I love helping people. If anybody in the chat has a question, if I'm able to help, I will help. And if I can't, I'll try to reach out to somebody that I know would have an answer for you and see if I can connect you guys. Deborah says, have you gotten your code for free shipping items with your tier? Does she mean the supplies? Like, I'm not sure about that one.
Oh, do you mean in your eBay store? Because it's not free. You do get a coupon with your eBay store, but it's not free. The only platform that I know of that does free shipping items like packaging supplies is Poshmark.
Which I love that too. As
Yeah.
soon as I created that Poshmark account, I remember seeing a video of someone and they were reminding people that if you have a Poshmark account, go in there, you can order free supplies. That was one of the first things I did. I think they let you order up to 100 in quantity.
So
So,
okay, so be careful when you order 100. Sometimes it depends on what you're ordering 100 of, but you'll get 100 bundles of 25.
oh, what? They
So
better not pull up to my house with a big old 18-wheeler cargo
I
ship
will love
full
it.
of.
Oh my God. So,
Oh man, I
so
didn't think about that part.
so some of them they do sell like loose, like I think the padded mailers might come loose or something like that, but the boxes come in bundles of 25, I believe.
Okay, okay. I'll keep
So
that in
if
mind.
you ordered 100, you're
I
gonna get 100 bundles of
please
25.
believe it's gonna be some footage that comes out of me if they pull up to my house to drop off 100 bundles of some doggone boxes.
I
That
will
would
be
be
laughing
hilarious.
forever. Oh my God.
I'm gonna tell them this is the wrong house. This isn't for. It's not supposed to come here.
The good thing is the post office will take them back. You can take them to your
Oh,
local
good,
post office to take them back if you don't need them.
good.
But yeah, that's
Okay,
crazy.
that's
That's
funny.
so funny.
So Sweetbriar Farms, he says, I've got a dumb posh question for everyone. I've been cross-listing most of what I'm listing there. I didn't see the rest of the question. Sarah, if you want to finish typing the question out, we'll try to get to that for you. Oh, wait, is this it down here? I've been cross-listing most of my listings there too,
Two
instead of sticking
instant.
to norms ever since I've got a bunch of people creating bundles with just one item. What's this about and why? I saw the bundles, but I'm not familiar. I don't know if you know anything
So
about that.
this is my understanding. People on Poshmark tend to add things to bundles because they think they're going to get a greater discount. So they think that your bundle discount is going to outweigh your light discount. So your offer, maybe that's the better way to say it. So your bundle offer is going to be better than your individual, I just like this item offer. I think the way I understand it and the way I liken it to is Poshmark has like levels of interest. So I like it means I just like it. Then if I put it in a bundle, I like it enough to want to see what pricing you're going to give me. So that's the way I
Okay.
interpret it. I don't know if that's right. That's just the way it looks to me. And I operate from that stance. So
So when a buyer bundles up more than one of your item, it'll allow you to send an offer on all of those collectively, is what you're
it
saying?
can, you can build a bundle for them or they can build the bundle themselves. But I have a lot of people putting one item in a bundle. And I think that when they put that one
Oh,
item in the bundle, it's because they feel like the offer will be greater with the bundle than with the
I got
like.
you. Okay, okay.
But
Hopefully,
Nifty will
yeah.
allow you to set it up so that you have tiers of offers that you can send. Did you see that?
I didn't see that yet.
So in your automation, when you're setting up your relisting and all of that, you can also set um, your discount. So you can set a rule. So if an item is priced between this and this days old, send an offer of this amount. And
Mm.
if it doesn't meet that criteria, you can put in the next rule and it'll follow the next rule. So if it falls between I don't know, this and that, and has been listed for over so many days, apply this discount, send this discount offer. And they will also, you can set it up to send waterfall discounts. So if you send a discount today and the person doesn't bite, you can send another discount several days later. But that's only on Poshmark, I think Mercari and Depop. You cannot do it on eBay.
Okay.
eBay, you get the one-shot deal.
He said, okay, thank you very much. I didn't even realize they could just add one item, so I was confused. Yeah, I'm glad you cleared that one up. I didn't know anything about it actually, so that's good information. Christine says, be careful with the tiers. Ask Otto to help you. I accidentally was sending 50% off offers. Oh man, the waterfall is what I messed up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so the bot in Nifty is so helpful. Like I know you guys, you're sick of me talking about Nifty, but literally it is helpful. It will give you all kinds of information and guidance if you need it. So
Then Rebecca is saying, Tammy, do you do waterfalls? I don't do that because I wonder if they're just waiting around for a cheaper price.
I don't do waterfalls. I feel like waterfalls are the thing that you do to get rid of inventory. Like if you're trying to really get rid of inventory, you can do your waterfall. But I don't. I just don't. I've never really thought that it was helpful to my profits.
Well, at least you did point out a reason why you could or would want to use the waterfall. If you have inventory that may have been sitting around for over a year, 2 years, or whatever the case is, just taking up space in your garage or wherever, waterfall that thing and let's get it moving.
So instead of doing waterfalls like yesterday, somebody sent me an offer on this jacket, and I looked at it. I had this jacket for 500 days. I was like, look, at this point, I will pay you to take this jacket off my hands. So I took an offer. I think I made $7 on it. Who cares? It's gone.
Right?
One less thing to store.
Rebecca says, totally agree. Christine, she says, I do my offers by days listed to keep my inventory turning under 90 days if I can. That's smart. That's definitely smart there.
I would love to have my inventory like that. But again, when I first started, I had no idea what I was doing. So I was picking up things like, oh, I think this will sell well. Oh, I think this will sell well. And I still have these things that were supposed to sell well. So yeah, now I'm just bottoming out offers. And I do send offers to likers. Sometimes like on a random Friday or a random Saturday, I'll just send like 30% offers on some of the old stuff.
Look, this tells you how good Nifty is because we were talking about keywords and ended up talking back about Nifty. Like I can't say enough about it. It really is helping me out, you know what I mean? And obviously helping out a bunch of other people with all of this stuff. So I reduce every 30 days unless it's a rare item.
That's a good habit to get into, and that way you are turning your inventory often. So Christine, I did see a lot of your videos where you're saying what's sold, but you're also saying that you relisted it. I like that. That is such a cool thing to add to your what's sold videos so that people know, like, yeah, I've had this, but I relisted it, and this is how it turned out. That's so cool. I like that.
I see you doing the relisting thing too. I think you said what? You try to relist 15 a day or something like that. You were saying?
I tried, but let me tell you. Listen, one thing that I love about creating your own goals is you can adjust them as you go.
For sure, right? I hear that.
So it's crazy. So I have a question for the chat. I have this thing, and I'm going to show it. Do you see that? So I don't even know what made me buy this because it's so weird. Do you see it? Can you see it? Am I holding it up?
Can you tilt it just a little bit so I can see?
So these are,
or will they fall off or something?
yeah, they'll fall. So these are little like stone palm tree things.
Hey,
and
Carly,
these are
welcome
monkeys.
in.
Oh, I'm holding it from the top. And that's a monkey.
Wow.
And there's a bunch of them that sit on this little thing, this little stone. And I
Okay.
thought it was just the weirdest thing. Sorry, when I saw it. And
Miss
I was
Risley
like,
said, "Is that a chess set?"
I was wondering that too, but look at the board.
Oh
It's not
wow.
it's not big enough. So it's handmade. It's by Hen and Feathers, and apparently they make a lot of this kind of stuff.
Mm.
But what would your keywords be for this? Monkey set, palm trees, like what would you-
We would definitely need the chat's help with that one. I have the slightest clue what to even
hey, you
begin
know
with.
what? It might be tic tac toe.
So, how many pieces are there of each? Uh,
So
is
you
it just
have
is it just
um
two different types of the pieces?
yes.
Oh, you might be right then. Maybe it is a tic tac
So there's
toe.
6 of each, and you have so maybe it's tic tac toe.
That's what it looks like to me. And the sticker underneath doesn't say anything at all.
It just says hen feathers and something about patio gardens and King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, handmade. That's all it says.
Wow,
But isn't that cool? I thought it was so cool for $4.
that is definitely. And for it to be handmade, somebody put some time and effort into it.
Yeah, but then I was like, who would sit like tic tac toe? Just pull out the pen. Why are we doing it?
My little son love playing his little tic tac toe game with me, and he be getting mad. He don't like losing because
So
I'll
maybe
beat
I
him.
should send this to you and your son. So he can.
Right. Nah, he'll sit them little monkeys on the table and pluck them off, and it'd be broken in no time.
I actually love stuff like this. I don't pick up hard goods a lot, but when I saw it, I was like, why not?
Christine says a fun patio game,
Maybe that's what it's for because it does say something about the garden. So maybe
and
so.
then another suggestion saying I would sell it as a tic tac toe with extra game pieces. Yep, that makes sense.
Sounds good. I like tropical, international, patio, family games, educational.
Hmm.
Thanks, guys.
Look, getting some help for that listing right
I
there.
absolutely love it because I was looking like, what in the whole world?
He
I get
says
talked
feels
into a
very
lot.
South Florida.
Yeah. For
It's
the
giving Miami
lanai.
vibes.
Yeah. Sitting out on the lanai. Why not? So, yeah, that was one thing that I had picked up. David, do you have one that you want to show?
So mine was just clothing. I don't really have too many hard goods, but I just wanted us, I guess, the game, so to speak, that we were going to come up with was just trying to get help with keywords and just help people with, being able to list these different items and have a good keyword that will help them get more views.
Yep.
So I have some on my rack behind me. I'm going to grab
Let's
have
go.
one and we'll see what we can come up with.
All right, let's go. I like the decorative artisan, Carly. That was so cool. I love it. Wait, I will be writing down.
So this is one that I have already posted on, I think it was one of my wanna days,
Okay.
but I just want to see what everyone else would use as keywords for this. I'll give you um, the brand and the sizing, and then maybe we can come up with some type of keywords. This is a Talbot shirt. Oh, hold on, wait, that's my light. Hold on. We're gonna need some
Timer.
light, right? Sorry about that. Okay, so this is a Talbot top. It is, I don't know if you probably can't see, but it's kind of see-through.
Okay.
It's not like, it's a very light one. This is an extra large petite. And then you can see the floral pattern, the palm trees or whatever the case is. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just wondering, because I am trying to get help with, I'm trying to really focus on women's clothing. I said that on another live. I feel like women spend the most money online and all of that stuff.
Yes, they do.
So I have been getting into a lot of women's clothing and I need as much help as possible. So what kind of keywords would you, Tammy, or the chat, if you guys want to help me out? Obviously, probably floral or, palm tree or,
So they're saying this. The chat is saying linen. Is it linen or is it um like a blend?
it says 100% cotton. So no
Okay, so
linen.
it's a thin cotton. So you would definitely use that. Somebody is saying, Monchi is saying tropical.
Oh, hey,
Chris,
Monty, thank you for coming in. Glad you
Chris,
could be with us.
Christine is saying resort, cruise, coastal, tropical blouse. I like it.
Now, what about the sleeve there? Because it has
So,
a button, but it's not your regular typical type of sleeve. I don't know if you guys have a keyword that you use for that type.
so I would say that that's more of a balloon sleeve, maybe.
Okay.
It's 3/4 length. That
Yep.
might be helpful. So Rebecca said tropical, 100% cotton, breathable, 3/4 length sleeves. Christine is asking, is it a roll tab sleeve?
It's not a roll tab. There is a button at the bottom of the sleeve, but
Okay.
isn't there normally somewhere to,
Yep.
connect the other button? There's nothing inside the sleeve, so it's not a roll sleeve.
Okay. So Mrs. Risner is saying 3/4 blasoon sleeve.
Okay.
So I
Yeah,
like that.
that's a new one to me. I'm definitely gonna have to look that one up. Christine
Yep.
says coastal grandma.
Yep. Yep. That's a good one because people shop coastal grandma. I don't know why, but they do. But yeah, that's a
See,
nice blouse.
and that's funny for different platforms because you're catering to different audiences. So you might want to use, something like she suggested there. So,
But it's so weird because some of them will say, so Mrs. Risner said, make sure it's not see through but sheer.
and that's me as
Um,
an amateur saying see through. I'm still learning, so bear with me. But I'm gonna run with sheer. That sounds a lot better, and it's less character, so
there you
that works for
go. That
me.
always works, right? So Christina's saying it's like a beachy chic style, which I like.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Rebecca is saying flowy. A lot of people do like flowy tops. She's right.
Very
Um,
flowy.
you could always put in the description that it's a top to be worn on the outside.
Okay,
You can tuck that top in, but it can be worn on the outside as well.
for sure.
All great things. It should sell quick.
Hopefully. So did you have another one that you want to give a
I
shot?
do. I like
I like
layering
this.
too, Christine. That's pretty cool. So I have this
I like
belt.
getting help from the chat with this. This is
Yeah, isn't
nice.
that nice? So this belt is by M&S. It's real leather. It's green in
Mm,
color. Can you see that?
okay.
It's green and it has this gunmetal belt buckle.
Oh wow.
So I picked it up for a variety of reasons. A, it's leather. It's long. It's really a long size. Um, it's green. It has that faux animal like grid going across it. Can you see
Mm-hmm.
that? And it has the gunmetal. So that's what, I think weird things sell. A lot of people love belts, but it's hard to find a gunmetal colored belt in genuine leather
So
for a
does that
discounted
mean,
price.
and forgive me for my ignorance, but does that mean the shade of the metal is why they call
Yes.
it that?
Yep. So
Okay,
this is
okay.
gunmetal. So you usually see the silver, the gold, but this one is that gunmetal color.
Got you, got you. And you got
So
that from a thrift store?
I did. I love belts. Oh my God. I go
What?
in there. That's the first place I go.
I know belts are your thing, but goodness, you find the goodies.
Yeah, I thought this one was really good for the low. That's what I
That
like about them.
that looks like somebody retail store item right there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It definitely does. And it's super soft. So whoever had this belt either kept it like in something, but the leather is not dry. So there's no
Like,
cracking. The sizing and all of this is great in great shape. So yeah, and I do, Carly. I think this is a great trending color for fall and winter. So that was another reason for the pickup. I felt like it just said so many things. So Christine said that this could be elf core, woodland, whimsy goth.
mm.
I like that.
Sweetbriar Farm. She said, "LOL, 1,000 listing amateur." That's talking about me because I'm still learning a lot of these keywords and stuff, but I'll take
Hey, listen,
it.
I have almost 3,000. I am still I'm still learning. So yes. So let's see. Carly said Ralph Lauren style will be continuing. So equestrian. I like that. I
Mm.
like that for equestrian. But yeah, I thought this was such a good pickup.
So have you done comps on that yet?
I haven't. I
No?
feel like I do feel like most of the belts that I pick up, I want to at least get $20 for them. I
Okay.
don't think that this will be a problem. I do think Quiet Luxury, even though the brand it's M&S, so it's not anything that just stands out, but
Yeah.
all the other things made it stand out for me.
Miss Risner says whimsy goth is like printing money.
Yes, because
Let me
people
get my
love
pen so I can write this down. Where is my... I'm really about to write that down. Whimsy golf. I gotta make sure that
You see the notepad, like I learned so much from our lives.
I love that. Keep bringing the tips and the keywords and all of that.
Seriously, I
I'm the
love
thousand listing amateur over here, so we gotta make sure I'm learning. I gotta pick up all these tips and stuff. So I'm gonna
it. All right,
grab
what
one
else you
more
got?
item. Let me
Yep.
see. Let me see. Oh, this is a good one. I have this one listed also. This is from PacSun. It's a men's shirt. But what the heck are we listing this as?
Oh, I love that.
It's a dinosaur on there. It's like, I think this is, I don't even know if this is like maybe film. It looks like negatives almost, but maybe that's just because it's a black and white shirt. But
I don't know.
this is from PacSun. Let me see if I have a tag so I can get the actual material.
It looks like it might be a rayon polyester type situation.
I don't even see a tag in here. Now, what do you do with that? If you have an item, oh wait, here it is.
I just put it in the description that the fabric tag is missing.
This is just polyester.
Okay. But it's new with tags. That's even better.
It's new with tags. It is. Yep.
So Christine said wearable art, streetwear. Both are very good keywords. I like that.
Okay. Yeah,
I like
those
that.
are good suggestions.
Yep.
Carly says graphic.
Yep, definitely.
I thought this was interesting because it does have some nice pictures on it. Let me see if I can zoom in on this one. It's a picture of the
wow.
beach there. This is a boardwalk of some sort or whatever the case is.
So are
Like-
those all California sites?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Yeah, I would definitely say it's an AOP.
Now, what is that?
All
Oh,
over
all
print.
over print. Oh,
Yep.
definitely. Okay.
Montage images. I like that. Mrs. Risner said Japanese. Nope, I'm saying that wrong.
Japanime.
Japanime. What is that?
Like anime from Japan.
Okay.
I think. I'm just guessing here, but hey,
Sounds right. Let's go with it.
you said Whimsy Golf is printing money, so I'm not even going to doubt Japanime.
Exactly. Monchi says anime. Yeah, I think anime might be a stretch.
I thought this was a cool, fun shirt.
Definitely.
And like we said, it was new with tags, so I did pick this one up. And I thought that would be good, just to see what the chat thought about keywords for it. So
Listen, Carly said, though a dude will be the likely buyer, so men's button down, short sleeve, and the size.
yeah, exactly. Yep. Very unique.
I like that. That is a very unique piece. And with back to school coming up, that would be perfect for somebody to wear back to school.
Yep.
Monchi said her son would love it.
So that's a good one there. You have another one over there, Miss Tammy?
I do. I found a pair of Vans.
Whoa, those are Vans?
Yes.
What?
They are from the world of Harbo.
Is that crocodile?
No. These are, the gummy bears?
Yeah.
That's Harbo gummy bears. did a
Oh my
collab with
goodness.
Vans.
What?
Yep, like crazy,
So
right?
someone might actually be looking for those.
I absolutely think they do. I think that this is a
Yeah.
thing. I would have never guessed it. But look, on the little
Wow.
closure, see the gummy bears?
Oh my goodness. What?
Like, how
I have
weird is this sneaker,
I
right?
have never seen that before.
I hadn't
Car-
either.
Carly says that's my favorite, my kind of sneaks. It's my favorite candy.
I love
Somebody,
it.
somebody else out there is gonna be saying the same thing.
I love it. Yeah, so I found these. These are a ladies 8.5, which is a good size, and they did not cost a whole lot. So they
Wow.
do have this mark right here that's not on this one. So I'm thinking that is a flaw. But somebody told me that I can use an eraser, like a pencil eraser, but it's a certain fabric. It's not like the pink eraser or whatever. It's almost like
Yeah.
some other kind of eraser, but you can use that right there to
So
get that
two
off.
things really quickly. First, I wanted to answer Rebecca's question. She says, "What size is it?" Talking about the shirt, it's a medium. And then secondly, Tammy, as a sneakerhead, I'm totally into sneakers. Collaboration sneakers, where two companies come together and they put out a shoe, is definitely worth more than your average pair of shoes for sure. I know that for a fact.
Yay!
And they may very well be limited, where they only put out a certain number amount. It's not a what they call a general release. It's
Yeah.
not in all Foot Lockers and things like that. You might have something on your hands there with them gummy bear bands.
Yay!
That is awesome. I love that. That is so
Yeah,
cool.
so weird, right?
Look, Carly says very limited for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely. So I'm
Is that
excited
another?
about that.
That's another thrift store pickup.
Yes.
All right, that's it. I'm coming to Ohio. We going thrift shopping. Like what? I
Let's
can't believe
go.
that.
So
Unbelievable.
I'm going to Chicago tomorrow. I'm picking
Nice.
up meeting my daughters, and we're gonna have a birthday trip for one of my daughters. And I saw somebody's Instagram, and they said that they just went to a small town, Indiana thrift store and hit like the mother load of things. And I'm
Mm.
like, I just need to go. Can you just map out where you went so I can go?
Right?
So, but I'm on the hunt though. I'm sure there will be a lot of good things that I can find. I just,
So you are gonna go thrift shopping in Chicago while you're there, or are you gonna try to
I'm
at
gonna go
least?
look. I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna
Yeah.
look. My daughters are going to the Hello Kitty Cafe for like brunch or lunch or something crazy like that.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead. I'm gonna go thrifting.
I hear
So,
that.
yeah.
Definitely. I love Chicago too. I only been there one time, but oh man, I love the scenery. The
Yep.
hotel I stayed in was right near the train and it
Hmm.
drove by. It was such a beautiful sight while I was sitting in my room. The food was good out there. I got some Chicago pizza and went to a couple other
Oh.
places. Yeah, I like Chicago. That
Yeah,
was
there's a lot to do and a lot to see, but on the way there, so my oldest daughter is in her PhD program in Indiana. So I'm going to Indiana from Ohio, grabbing her, and then we're gonna go. So I've been looking to map out. So just stay tuned.
for sure. You gotta try and get some footage. You gotta
Yeah,
record a little
absolutely.
something, something. Hey
So
Terry,
Rebecca
welcome
said,
in.
"Hey everybody, Tammy, I found a pair listed like these Vans Harbo Gummy Bear Yellow Old School Shoes Special Limited Edition."
So look,
Thank
she
you.
helped you out with the whole
I
keyword title right
appreciate
there.
you. So I have
Nice.
another thing
Go ahead.
to
Let's see it.
show.
You got the goodies over there. Let's see what you got next.
So this is a Bible. It
Okay.
is a John MacArthur Study Bible 20th Anniversary Edition.
And I feel like we all know the Bibles will move. Certain
Definitely,
ones will move.
definitely so. So my brother has a tendency when he is gifted Bibles by all of these people, he has a tendency to put his stickers inside the Bibles
Oh
or his
wow.
name or whatever. So I will be removing his name and sticker. Hopefully it won't be bad, but this is
So I'm
paper. So
curious. I'm curious. What's your process of doing that? I think everybody tries to get stickers off of stuff, and then for it to be inside the book, and obviously you don't want to damage it. What's your
um
process going to be?
okay, so that's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna take a um those utility knives
Okay.
and try to ease it up off of the thing. And if that doesn't work, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll put a sticker over it says thank you.
So let me make a suggestion.
Yes.
That was funny. I like that. So, and this actually might work since it's a book. You may be able to use a hair blower or like a heat gun and
Okay.
heat up that adhesive and then try to use that blade. But
Okay.
a lot of people peel backwards.
Yeah.
You want to lift up and away towards you, and
Yeah.
it'll kind of stop it from trying to rip on you underneath the sticker.
Okay.
But yeah, I hope you can get it off. Otherwise, you can put that thank you sticker on
You're exactly
top.
right. That's exactly what I'll do. Slap a thank you sticker on it and say, okay.
That is hilarious. Oh my goodness.
Always
So
something with these books.
that was another thrift store pickup?
Oh no, my brother gave me that
Oh,
one.
oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
My brother, he's trying to get rid of his massive storage unit of books and Bibles. So I'm his dropping spot. We'll see.
That's
But I
funny.
did look up comps on this one, and it does go for anywhere from $20 to $30. So it's not one of the heavy hitters like the other one, but it should still sell.
So is that a consignment type of thing? Is he expecting?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I generally, my consignment deal with him is different than my consignment deal with other people. But yes, we do half and half. I mean, it doesn't take a lot for me to list those books and Bibles. Usually I can find a comp and just hit sell similar, take a couple
Yeah,
pictures. So
for
it's not that
sure.
bad. As long as I don't have to heat gun and
And then that sells through media mail, right? So the shipping will even be a
yes.
little cheaper and everything. Yeah,
Yes.
that shouldn't be a hard one for you.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. We're looking forward to getting rid of it. Like, I don't want to be a storage unit.
Let's see if we missed any comments. Oh, Devil
So,
Dog says try a little bit of rubbing alcohol.
you know what? I was a little afraid to do the rubbing alcohol because it's on a paper. Like that particular fold of the Bible is some kind of paper, and I would be a little worried about damaging it. Now, the other Bible I had, it was on like a leatherette type
Hmm.
situation. I just
Yeah.
used some Goo Gone. It worked out
Okay.
fine. You just wipe it off.
Charlie
Um,
says, I'm sorry I was distracted. Is it vintage? I think she was still talking about the Bible or the
no,
sticker.
the Bible
What?
isn't vintage. Um, no, it's not vintage. It's not considered vintage anyway. And Rebecca, you said that I could leave it. Yes, I could, but it has his name and address. So
Oh
I
yeah.
might not want it. Like he does some silly stuff. Sometimes he put like a Bible, I guess his wife had gifted him for one of their anniversaries. And he
Uh-huh.
was like, I want to get rid of this. And I'm like, do you realize your wife gave it to you? Like, what are you doing? But she was okay with it. So I was like, okay, sounds good.
Ms. Risner says Absorine. I assume that's another something you can use to get the sticker off.
Sounds good
Maybe
to
you
me. I'll
can,
find
maybe you
it.
can, yeah, look into that one.
He might want his Bibles to circle back to him. He's that kind of guy, like a collector for.
If it comes back to him, it was meant to
I
be.
guess you were meant to give this away. How about that?
That's
So
hilarious.
I wanted to share something, and this is kind of off script, but for those who have annoying stains on clothing items, what's your favorite hack? I found one today that I simply love, absolutely love, and I didn't think it was going to work, but it worked so
I
well.
need help with this because I will, if I find a stain that I can't get out, I end up redonating it and just,
Oh,
like it's been some quality stuff. it's been some stuff that I couldn't get the stain out. So this
Yes.
is going to be helpful for me.
So
We already
Devil
got
Dog
some.
says OxyClean. Do you
Yep.
let it soak, Devil Dog, or do you just spray it or whatever? Make a paste.
Carly says I don't do clothing, but personally, I love using Dawn Power Spray.
Absolutely love it, but it does not work on grease stains.
Ooh.
A
Tell me you
second,
have something for a grease
I
stain,
do.
because I'm gonna be writing notes again on my paper back here.
I do, and it's going to shock you. Second OxyClean soak. Rebecca, does that work?
Miss Brisbane says you can ask because laundry is my passion, and I will give you too much info. That's funny.
So, Mrs. Risner, you probably have heard about what I'm going to say. So, Devil Dog says, yes, let it soak. It depends on how bad it is. I've had white pants that I soaked and they were pretty. Okay. Shout is good for grease stains. I let it soak. I soak all the stains, and yes, it works. Okay. I've tried everything in the world on grease and it does not come out. For
He
me,
says
it didn't.
he said it came out more white than what it was.
After
That's what I
soaking it,
need.
yeah, after soaking it. So this is what I used today. And you guys tell me if you've heard of it, but it was so fabulous. I was just in awe. Retro Clean is my favorite gentle, but removes everything.
Let me write this down.
So today I used baking soda, Arm& Hammer baking soda.
Just
You
plain
put
old
it,
baking soda?
listen, you put it on the stain, right?
Yeah.
You take a piece of parchment paper and you put it over it and use a steamer or iron.
Really?
When I tell you that stain came out, I was like, it worked.
What?
I was outdone. It lifted it right up.
Really?
You take a little baking soda, you sprinkle it on there. I'm going to do a video because I did another
Please
thing
do. Please
after
do a
I did
video.
it. But you take a little bit and sprinkle it on the spot. Then you take a piece of parchment paper that you would use in the oven, air fryer, or whatever. You put it
Mhm.
on it, and then you take the steamer and you go over it like 3 or 4 times on cotton. Because this was a cotton fabric. I
Yeah.
just put it on cotton and ran it over a few times, lifted it up, dusted off the remaining baking soda, totally clean.
So you put the parchment paper on top or underneath?
You put the parchment paper on top of the baking soda and then you
Okay.
steam it. Lift it over and over.
Wow.
No, it is completely dry. No wetness, no water stains, no nothing.
What?
I was outdone. I was so outdone.
Oh my goodness.
I
So
saw
look,
some.
right next to me, I have this all white LL Bean shirt, right?
Mhm.
You're probably not even going to be able to see it on the camera on the live right now, but right in the middle, let me see. Right here near this button, you probably can't
Yeah,
see.
I see it, a little yellow spot.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm like, I I don't know if I even want to post it because it's like it's an all white shirt. People gonna buy an all white shirt for it to be all white, and then this big old yellow stain right in the middle.
A lot of
So,
people wear ties.
do you think that the baking soda trick would work on this?
It
I
might. I
think
don't know. Is that an all cotton?
100%.
Yes. Then I think it will.
What?
Just try it. Yeah, listen, what do you have to lose? Baking soda is
Yeah.
not going to stain it.
And this shirt has been hanging right in this same spot for about 2 weeks now because I'm like, if I just redonate it and whatever, I'm
Try to
gonna
get it
try
out.
that.
Try to get it
I want
out.
you. I want you to make the video first, so
Okay.
I
I'm
can
going to make it
literally
later
see the
today.
process.
I'll
No
make it
rush,
later today.
no rush.
No.
But once you make the video, I'm gonna go step by step and do it right with you in the video.
So, Mrs. Risner, have you heard of this?
That's interesting, though. I know I never heard of it.
So, there was a lady on and I don't know her name, you guys. I'm not good with following people's names, but she was on Instagram and she was talking about her 5 kids and how they always get stuff all over their clothes, especially grease. And she literally did it, and I was like, no way. No way. So I had these Aritzia cargo jogging pants, like sweatpants, and it had 2 little stains on them from grease, I would suppose. Came right up. They're perfect.
Wow.
I'm like so amazed. You have no
Learn
idea.
something new every day. I tell you really do.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if has anybody heard of that in the chat? Have you guys heard of that, using baking soda as a cleanser?
And you said you don't make it into a wet paste, right? Because that Devil Dog was asking. You just sprinkle it over top with the parchment paper and then steam away.
That's all. That's it. That's it. Yep.
Wow.
Can you imagine? Like, you just have no idea how many of my own personal things, because, yeah, it is. It's an absorbent. You're right. So my own personal stuff, I have thrown things away because of a spot. Like, you wear a white shirt and it inevitably something falls on your shirt and then you can't get it out. I've thrown away so many shirts, but
And then you're self-conscious about it. You know that stain is there. Someone else might not even notice
yeah,
it.
you're
And
like, I don't want it. Or walking around work like this, like holding something close to your chest.
that is hilarious.
Yes, so that makes total sense. I'm telling you, I was outdone. I was like, "Ooh, everybody needs to know this because this is phenomenal."
For sure.
I get excited about silly stuff.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that video. I'm gonna share and
Yes.
repost it to everybody too.
Thank you, because it is a necessary evil.
Right? For sure.
So D1 says, I finally went through the pile of clothes in my garage.
Getting
Did
through that
you?
that money pile.
Oh yeah, I got one of them, and it just seems to grow, not diminish, but grow.
Yours and mine both. Me too.
And I'm really not sure how it keeps growing, but it does. It's like,
I keep going to the thrift store even though I still have stuff to take pictures of and all of that.
so let's talk about that. How
Uh-huh.
often do you restrict yourself from going to the thrift store when you know you don't need to go? Do you feel like you're missing something?
I think so. I don't know. I have this feeling like I don't know. Well, I also will say this. It brings me happiness and joy to go thrifting. So I kind of, say that is the reason why I go all the time to go thrifting. But it becomes overwhelming too, especially with me. I do things like the abandoned storages and all of that. And sometimes you get so many, like the last one I did, it was a 5x5 unit, but I got so many different pieces of clothing. A lot of it was just t-shirts, but t-shirts take time to, take pictures of,
Yep.
jeans and things like that. It's like, so it just becomes a lot. I try to slow down when I do get a abandoned storage unit. Oh, there goes my light again. But then again, thrifting brings me happiness, so I end up
So,
going anyway.
so chat, do you guys restrict yourself from going thrifting when you already have a money pile? I call it a money pile. I know a lot of people call it a death pile. Do you guys do that? Because I know I have been restricting myself. As much as I love going to the thrift store, I want to wait. I don't want to go. But, this trip is an opportunity for me to go, and I'm going. So
Right?
hopefully I just won't find a lot, maybe, or maybe I will. And
Thriftiana Jones, he says, you mean my 401k? Right?
yeah, right.
That's the future money right there. You just
Right.
gotta give it some attention.
So Devil Dog says, I'm trying to restrict myself. I'll pick something up small, maybe something I know, maybe I can flip. Okay, that makes sense.
So how often when you're not trying to restrict yourself, would you say that you go thrifting?
So I
Daily?
was, okay, so when my sister was here, it was like every other day. Like she
Okay.
is my partner in crime, and we were just like she comes to take care of my mother for like months and give me a break. And so when she
Uh,
does that, our time together for her to get away from my mom, I shouldn't say that, for her to have time away from the house
yeah.
is going thrifting. So we just go. So yeah, it's yeah,
And
we
then when you're
go.
trying, and then when you're holding back, you're restricting yourself. How much less do you go thrifting?
I try not to go like okay, before yesterday, I don't think I had gone in a thrift store in weeks.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I have
Ruth and
so much
Co.
stuff
Welcome
downstairs.
in. Good afternoon.
I have
Say that
so
again.
much
I'm sorry.
stuff to get listed that I was just like I just can't bring another thing into the house. So like I really cannot. But then I'm like, I know they're putting out all the good stuff and I'm missing it. And if I was there, even if I just go for an hour, I should just go for an hour. No. That's the answer. The answer is no, but it's hard.
That is,
It is
that
hard.
is funny.
I like that. ABTH. I like that. That's my new
Always be
acronym.
treasure hunting. That is a good one. Double
Yep.
Dog says once a week, maybe it depends on if I want the endorphins to flow. Exactly. That's my happy place. I'm not gonna lie. Especially when I find a new thrift store. I'm I'm in there. Oh man, that's just paradise for me.
That's crazy. So I have a I call them honey holes. They're places that I go that are like they're just honey holes. There's a consignment store in the city and she has a clearance area and she does like $5 on some of these designer things with like new with tags. And so I go in there often, but I
Hmm.
haven't been in a while, but I'm like, ooh, I wanna go, I wanna go, I wanna go. But I have to resist. I have to resist.
They calls your name sometimes, right?
Sometimes I could be like minding my business, opening up my office in the basement, like starting my thing, and then all of a sudden, I'm going to the thrift store. Like, what are you talking about? So
Rebecca
yeah,
says, I never restrict myself, but I'm fairly good about keeping my pile very small and non-existent. That's good. I wish I could say the same. My
yeah,
piles
me
stack
too.
up sometimes. Carly says I slow down, but if there are good ops to source, I make exceptions. That's another thing too. Like, if you getting stuff for really good prices, like even at like yard sales and stuff, where you're spending $2 and $3 for items, it's kind of hard to just not, pick up things.
It is,
So
and then you feel like later, like so it's not going to be garage sale season long here. So at some point, you're going to need to have some backup. You know what I mean? You're going to need to have some stuff, and garage sales are a perfect place to go source for later in the season or later in the year or when you're not outside and just all the things. I don't know.
for sure.
Most
D1, he
things.
says I started losing weight fast when I decided to spend my lunch money at the thrift
I
store.
know that's right.
Oh man, that's funny.
Wow. So Devil Dog said, my problem is I have a lot of women's clothes, and as a guy, I feel weird selling it.
What?
And the
No, let
fact
me
that I
tell
don't know
you.
how. Look, find you another reseller to consign with. Let them let them take your box and sell it for you. Women's
Or
clothes do
so
sell, or get
I have
comfortable.
I have a similar problem. So for whatever reason, I don't like to sell women's purses or bags. So I have this, and don't ask me why. Well, I could tell you why, but I'm not going to get into it this second. But what I did, and this is a suggestion for Double Dog, I took a picture of all the bags I do have, and I'm going to try to sell it as a lot. You can, maybe you can get
Show
rid of,
me. Look,
huh?
show me.
They're not fancy, nothing like that. Like it's not I won't it's not top tier brands or there's nothing Coach or anything like that in there. Um and a lot of cleaning and all of that, and it's just a lot of tedious type of work. that I didn't really want to get into. So I think I just took pictures right before we started this live. I'm just gonna put it up on Facebook and see if I at least get any offers, anything close to what I'm trying to get, just so it doesn't keep piling up on me. But
I think purses are easy. What is the challenging aspect for you? Because all you do is take
and
a
it's
few
not even really
pictures.
challenging. I will tell you this: a lot of them have, and don't judge me for my reasoning. It's really weird, but anyway,
Okay, it's okay.
a lot of them have, a lot of them have the straps, and I feel like I can't get good pictures of them. I need like a way to hang them so you can get the full gist of what's going on with the bag. I can sit it on a tabletop or something like that and take the pictures, but I don't think it does justice to the bags.
Okay, so what
So
if you take a hanger and put the strap around the hanger and hang the hanger on that edge of that shelf right behind you under your photo and then snap a picture?
I could do that. I really like I don't know. I just keep making up all the excuses in the world as to why I don't, because in storage units, you come across a lot of bags. You really do. I have an industrial trash bag full of women's purses and different bags. I literally counted
Wow.
it. It's 23 of them right now that I have just sitting there, have been sitting there for months. And I'm
Take
like,
them
all
out of
right,
the
I've had
bag.
enough.
Take them out of
I've
the
had
bag,
enough.
especially if they're leather. Take them out of the bag. You don't want them to smell.
And that's another thing too. Like I just don't know the handling of them and all of that different stuff. And it's like I need to get rid of them sooner than later before they're not even sellable.
Yeah.
So I actually took them out right before the live started. I took a couple pictures of them collectively, and I'm gonna just try to sell it as a lot so I can at least make some money off of it. But
Charity said, "I don't think he wants a solution." Charity, I think you're right.
oh man, you guys got me. You got me. even
That's
though,
hilarious.
even though, truth be told, I know you can make a lot of money selling women's purses. Like I obviously, I'm not denying that part of it, but just like a devil dog, it's like you gotta. It's a lot. Learning a new category and getting the information and then this and that and all of that. It's just, I don't
So I will tell you something that I did. Like there was a category that I didn't really want to source in, and I had some things, some items that needed to be, and I let them sit, and they sat, and they sat, and they sat, and then finally one day I was sitting here like, just do it. Like stop procrastinating, just do it. And I did, and I actually made good money from it. So I think that sometimes our procrastination is just that we're uncomfortable. So
True, true indeed. I also feel like, and I know I'm just making up excuses at this point, but bear with me, y'all.
go ahead.
I also feel like if they were better quality, if they were the top, if it was a Coach bag, if it was this and that, I would put the time and effort into it. I would put it on a hanger and it'd be right there on the wall and snap some pictures. But these aren't like the best of the best. They need to be cleaned and all of this. So I just haven't put the time and effort that I need to into it. So
So
there you
let me
go.
tell you something that I learned that I didn't really know that you could do. You could actually soak purses in water. Did you know that? Even if they're leather.
I didn't. I didn't know that, but I think you had mentioned that. I think the last live or one of the sometime I heard you mention that.
You
That's
actually
another
can.
thing. Like I'm just so what you just get a tote, fill it up with some water, and put some soap or anything or just water.
So I did Dawn dish detergent, and I
Okay.
did it because it was so spotted. Like the inside lining was so spotted. I wanted to clean it, and there were some spots on the outside. It was actually a leather Agner bag, and it was vintage. I sprayed it down, soaked it in water, came back to it, put it outside, let it do its thing, dry, sold it. Looked
Wow.
really good. So
Oh man, don't make
yeah,
me
so that's
feel
what I
bad about
said.
my bags that are just sitting in a trash bag right
Oh my
now.
God. Mrs. Risner said some sleeper brands may command more than a Coach or similar. And that's true. Some brands, it's more style based. So like right now, the rattan bags, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's like a woven straw looking bag.
I
Those
have one of
bags,
those.
those bags are flying. Like they're selling
Really?
massively right now.
Oh goodness.
Yep.
Yes,
If you
I have one of those.
Google Trends said that those bags are being searched greatly. I do have I have a Patricia Nash bag that I want to get rid of. I just haven't listed it yet.
Rebecca says, list that bag, David. Oh man. I listen, I will take advice and I'm not afraid to, I'm not right about this. I'm not one of those people that like my way, the highway, that type of deal. So I do listen to suggestions and maybe I'll pull that one or two bags that you guys are talking about. I really want to show you one of the nicer ones though.
Go
Can I pull
ahead.
it out real quick just so you
Absolutely.
tell me
Absolutely.
what you think? Give me
Absolutely.
1 second.
Mrs. Risner, what kind of items do you sell? Everything? Are you an everything seller?
Of course now I can't find it in the bag. Hold on.
Sykes Treasures. Yeah, you've been selling a lot of woven bags as well.
Now
Charity, I
mind
love
you,
that. This week,
mind you, I don't
Nifty, next week, purses.
chat, y'all gotta keep me on track. I'm learning from y'all, so I don't mind it. Shoot, I'll be doing something else next week too. Add it to the arsenal. So, but this one I thought was really,
Oh, my
really
goodness.
fun. This is like a
Okay.
fun bag. I do not know the brand. Maybe y'all can help me with it. I don't think it's even real leather, but
Oh, people will buy that because it's a novelty piece. It actually looks like something Betsy Johnson would make.
who? Betsy Johnson. Who's that?
She's a purse designer. She's a designer,
Oh,
period. But open the inside of the
so
bag. There's no markings.
no, it has some cracking and stuff like
Okay.
that, which is kind of what the deterrent was of me not, selling it. I don't see a tag or a label or anything on the inside. It does that mean anything to you? I don't even know if you can read or see that.
I
I don't know if
can't.
that's
It's reading
oh, it's
backwards or
backwards.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought this was a fun one. It was one of the ones that are inside the bag there,
I
but
think you would be surprised. I think you would be surprised. I really do. It does have an interesting vibe. There is a person out there that's looking for that bag. I just really
yeah.
believe it. I like
So
it.
I don't know. I just have I have a bunch of different ones in there, not all like that, and just a lot of them had different flaws about them that I was like, I don't know. So they just been sitting in a trash bag, but apparently, shame on me. I should be listing them, right?
I you know I understand. I understand that you're just not ready for it, but I also say do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mrs. Risner, I think you're exactly right. It does have the Dr. or Speedy shape. And the novelty of it is what I think would sell it. But that's just me.
Rebecca says just disclose the flaws and price accordingly. I thought about that too, but I don't know.
I think you just don't want to sell purses, and that's okay too. That's okay.
But then, I sell the women's clothing. They kind of go hand in hand. If the people start, following my platforms and noticing the clothing that I sell, it probably would just, go right with it. But
David One
like, like,
says,
like,
I'm very tempted to sell a jar of clothes just to get rid of a pail of laundry. I know that's right. Me too. Tell me how it works out for you. I might join. Oh my goodness. That is hilarious.
does it have hearts? Devil Dog
Yeah,
asked, does
like
it have hearts like on a
Betsy Johnson
keychain?
usually has like a keychain or something that indicates that it's a Betsy Johnson. She's notorious for that.
No, this one doesn't.
Okay.
And then the cracking at the bottom. You see, this is supposed to be grass here. the top of the grass started to kind of peel off and stuff like that. I mean, obviously those would be flaws that I would disclose, but I don't know. I
Can
guess I
I
just
tell you, I
figured
thought that was part of the design.
it's so colorful, like you would never really know unless you're up on it and really
That's,
looking
I
hard.
was like, that's not part of the design.
But no, it's the cracking and stuff of it. I don't know.
Cool
Maybe I'll
piece,
get
though.
to it. Thank you,
I think
thank
it's a
you.
cool piece. No problem. No problem at all. Okay, so you want to do some rapid fire? Are we at rapid fire?
We can, yep.
What else didn't we touch on? That we've been
I
on
know.
every tangent in the world today.
I'm looking at my notes. I feel like we kind of went through majority of everything. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Terry says, stop making excuses and get those things up. Purses
Purses
all
all
week.
week.
Oh my goodness. That's hilarious.
I would love for you to post one just to see how long it sells. I think that's cool.
So, Charity in the chat, she says we all have things we put off. I would like to know what everyone else puts off.
Oh
We're
my goodness.
focusing on me. Let's change the focus a little.
Let's do it. So I will
What?
say, for me, I don't like listing hard goods. I don't. Like, I got this pretty cool basket. From I went to a creepy estate sale. It was like creepy. There were dolls everywhere. It was real creepy. But I bought this basket. It's a vintage basket. And it's full of vintage soaps. And I just don't want to do it. So it's been sitting in my
Really?
living room for like a month and a half, and I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. So I'm not doing
Wouldn't
it.
it be easy to take the pictures though? It's kind
Um,
of just, a snap and go type of thing. It's not like you got to
yeah,
get too.
no. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it so I can show you.
Yeah, let's see it. Miss Risner says I procrastinate shoes. I have 2 bags of purses. I have a million clothing patterns. See, it's not just me. I don't like listing hard goods, soft goods, clothes, trading cards, DVDs. That's everything, brother. Come on. I've got a bunch of vintage soaps listed. I'll do it for you. There you go. I just sold a box of vintage soaps for $60, 60 something. They smell so bad, but the buyer loved them. Oh, wow. There's somebody out there for everything, I guess. That's funny. I hate purses. I posted my first. I'm regretting it a little. Lots of questions. See, and that's another thing too. Oh, wow. Wait, so that's full with soap?
I took all the soaps out so I could lift it up, but it's
Oh, okay.
so here in our city, so it's full of like all kinds of soaps. Here in our
Wow.
city, P&G's Ivorydale plant was
Uh-huh.
here. Procter and Gamble. So they sold all kinds of ivory soap. Look how old this soap is.
What?
Like, it is the oldest soap in the whole wide world.
Oh my goodness. It looks like a brick of soap, not a bar of
Yes.
soap.
So look at this one.
Is that in a display case? What is that
Yes.
in? So wait. Are these like like collector's items or something? Like, I mean,
Yes, these are like old soaps.
wow.
Like,
So, but
literally.
that's a little different though. You might find a soap connoisseur that wants to add it to their collection. Like, you like,
Listen, I don't even want to touch this soap.
Oh my goodness.
Like, look, who even knew that Hershey made a cocoa butter bar of soap?
What? That's new
Yes.
to me. I've never heard of that. That
Who's
is
doing this? Nobody wants to even touch
wow.
this stuff.
A soap
Um,
collector. Look,
Yeah.
and Rebecca posted, she said, I just sold a box of vintage soaps for $60. They smelled so bad, but the buyer loved them.
Okay. Yeah,
So
no,
you
I
never
haven't looked
know.
anything up. So it is not a Longenberger basket. It is a Peterborough basket. Um, yep. I don't know if you can see that.
Sweetbriar Farm. Sweetbriar Farm. She says, I've got a bunch of vintage soaps listed. I'll do it for you. There you go.
Okay, well, you can look. I might have to send this stuff to you because I mean, seriously. Now, some of them are open,
Look
which
at,
I don't like.
oh wow.
D1 said, "Wash your hands." Yeah, no, no worries.
It won't be with that soap, huh?
Not even close. But look at how old this is. Remember, um, I don't. This is Camay. Never even heard of this soap.
I
But then
remember
if
Camay. I think my mother used to buy that when I was a little toddler.
so, then it's not even in good shape. That's what I mean. Like, ugh,
Oh.
ugh. So that's why this has been hiding.
Totally understandable. I get it.
I'm glad. Thank you for grace. So yeah, it's been hanging out. I need to do something with it though, because I also got in this box these stinky perfumes. So this is I shouldn't say that. This is Wind Song that I haven't
Win, win,
listed.
win song?
Yep, WINDSONG is stinky, but it's for seasoned people, very very seasoned, more seasoned than I. That's
Okay.
and then this little, it's California
That's
perfume.
that's a different type of bottle. I've never even seen a bottle like that.
It's like a
Right.
cotillion, I think is what it says on the bottom. And
Mm.
then this little bottle, which I
That
don't
one
even
looks
know
familiar.
I don't know what fragrance this is, but they
That
don't
bottle
smell
looks
well.
familiar though. You said it
Yeah,
doesn't smell well.
no, it doesn't smell well.
I've seen that bottle, but it was blue instead of what's that, like an
Yeah,
orange or brown?
that's different. That's one of the more higher end brands that you're thinking of, but not that one. That's
So Sweetbriar Farms is saying Nantucket baskets very popular. That type of basket that you have.
yeah, it's turned. Oh, so you think that the fragrances have turned because of the alcohol content? Because that does
Oh
happen in
yeah,
this.
John Paul Gaultier. See,
You never know. Yep. See, I knew
but
somebody knew the name of it. But
but I
yeah,
guess
that's
that is
the
the thing though. As far as because of the alcohol content, they could not be. They might not even be good anymore.
yeah. Yeah, but I don't think people want to buy them to spray them. I think they just buy them to collect them I think.
That's possible too. Hey
Yeah.
Connie, how you doing? See Connie just joined. We still have people coming in the chat.
Yay, you guys. Thank you for joining us. All right, chat. Did we talk about what you guys don't want to list? We said that. I
I
remember
think a
Wind
few.
Song from my grandmother. That is stinky. See? I'm not wrong.
I was reading some of them while you were getting the basket.
Oh, okay.
A few people have some things that they don't really want to deal with. Thriftiana Jones, he listed everything. He says, I don't like listing hard goods, soft goods, clothes, trading cards, DVDs. And then Terry says, isn't that everything you sell? That's hilarious.
Mrs. Risner, you said you can't sell the perfume?
Yeah, I think used on eBay at least.
No,
I
you
think
can sell it on Macari. That's the only one that
okay.
you can sell it on, if it's been sprayed. Yeah.
And
But
that's good to know also, since
yeah.
I'm now cross listing and posting on different platforms. I gotta know what's
There you go.
what for each one.
Yes, you do. Remember, nothing with the battery can go on Depop.
And also, really quickly, you said that I guess Nifty or the platform will bounce back with a message that won't allow me to post those certain things.
There are messages that come up that say like so for me it came up like a little arrow and a banner that says some of your items have could not be listed, and then you click on it and it tells you like what is it working. And I had that happen for a perfume that I was trying to list. So,
Okay. Devil
oh
Dog
yeah,
and says no knives on Depop too. That
including
includes
butter
butter
knives.
knife.
Yep.
Wow, not even a butter knife.
But one of them removed I'm trying to think which one it was, a lighter. I think it was Depop. I think Depop took my lighter down. It was
Wow.
one of those vintage, like the one with the flint, you know, those little box lighters and it had the flint in it or whatever. They took it
Hmm.
down. So I think you can't do that.
Yeah, Depop doesn't like lighters either.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
That's good to know. I'm gonna have to, adjust with that learning curve also now that I'm
Yep.
cross
The Zippo
listing and
lighters.
everything.
Yep. There are so many rules. I mean, like they'll tell you. Trust me, they'll tell
Right.
you. Like you can't mention the word Velcro in your listings on eBay. Like there's
I,
so
I
many
I've heard
words.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard that a while back now. I shouldn't say deep. I shouldn't say deep up doesn't like anything to do with smoking, so you can't even list ashtrays.
Oh, really?
Mm,
Didn't know
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But I don't really list hard goods on Depop. I didn't, yeah, that doesn't seem like the vibe. I don't know.
yeah. I was getting primarily clothing and like actually like younger Y2K-ish clothing is the kind of the vibe I get on Depop. Is that true, or what do you think?
Okay, so I think that has been notorious what they're known for, but I don't think that's all that they do. So I have sold some older things on there and it's been very interesting. Like I'm shocked. Like I sold like a mother of the bride dress on Depop.
Mm.
It was nice, but I would have never guessed it would have sold on Depop.
Terry says I sell a lot of toys on Depop. That is good to know. I am
Very.
trying to move these toys, so cross-listing them to Depop, that should help. Oh yeah, and Terry, you just
And
popping in at the beginning of the show. I was saying that I finally signed up to Nifty, so I am cross-listing now. So I'm having a little learning curve, but enjoying it thus far.
yay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so guys, tell us about topics for next week. What do you want to hear? What do you want to talk about? You want to talk more about um I don't know. Tell us in the chat.
Rebecca says, "Do people want steep discounts on Depop?" What would you
No,
say?
not steep. They do want some discounts, but not steep. I think I get more lowball offers on Poshmark.
No Caffeine says that's vintage.
Yeah, and now they are notorious for. Can I have this for 50 cents?
With
Somebody
free
asked.
shipping?
Yeah. Somebody asked me today if I would sell them a pair of brand new Vans with some embroidery on the side. They're high top denim looking Vans for $15. They're listed at 68. Are you serious? I was
Like,
just
come on.
wondering. Then somebody told me that they were postpartum and da 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 da. I'm like, that's probably the worst thing to say to me if you want a deal. Like, don't send me a sad song.
I know the
Um,
sob story. I mean, I understand. I get it. Tough times and all of that. But
then you probably shouldn't be shopping. No, I'm just
no, seriously, right? Like, let's make sure priorities are in line before we're trying to get a pair of Vans. So, like, come on.
that was so mean. I'm sorry.
No, but it is a real thing. Like, come on.
Yeah, I
Like,
do think
this.
that you know. I am the first person that will help anybody in the whole wide world. But I'm like, come on, y'all. Like, just be honest. Like, I don't have the money for this, but I really want it. What do you think about negotiating? I might be inclined. If you're honest, like, just tell the truth.
And then,
So,
but 75% off ain't gonna cut it though. Like if you come reasonable, like I even put in my listings, reasonable offers will be considered.
they don't read
But
it.
if you're not even reasonable with your offer, like sometimes I don't even respond to people with the low balls.
Yeah, they don't.
Don't
They don't answer that. They
gonna
don't.
get me all riled up.
People don't read. They don't look. They don't. Yeah, they're not involved. Just like,
Right?
yeah. eBay is notorious now for getting lowball offers, and I don't really understand that. But I do think that sometimes people are just testing the water. They'll send you a lowball offer and say, "Hey, can I get this for $20?" And you have it listed at 55, and you go back at something, and then they buy it at whatever you go back at. So I do think that that's a thing. People do that, but
Yeah, I did just hear, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tammy or chat, that eBay is changing some of the way that it's run as far as the offers, and I think you're allowed to send messages within a counter offer now. Before, you weren't able to message the buyer at
oh,
all. You had to like directly send them a message. You couldn't send them the message through the item and the offer that
oh,
they sent. I hear that they're either rolling it out or have rolled it out that
oh,
you're going to be able to actually have a conversation with the buyer about, possible negotiating the price and different things like that. So not
that's
a big
interesting.
change. It's not a
Yeah.
big change, but it's, a little something.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know how I would feel about that. Do you know what I mean? Like going back and forth because you people, I don't know. They send an offer and then you send something back like thank you for your interest. Unfortunately, I have to decline your offer. You know what I mean? Like I just see people being pissed off at the end of it. You know what I mean?
So I usually will send a message, thank you for the offer. Can you meet me in the middle?
Oh, that's
Or
one
something
spin.
something to that effect, or something a little better than the offer that was sent. But I had to do that outside of the item. You have to literally, and you can't even do it on the app on your phone. You have to go on the actual website, go to the user's page, and then send a
Ah,
message,
okay.
and then inquire about a different price for that item. But
Hmm.
now apparently eBay is supposed to be allowing you to message the buyer right within the item itself.
Well, that's new and different, but I like it. If it works, it works.
Yeah,
I don't-
Devil
There's
Dog says
so
it's
many
strange.
things. Go
It's
ahead.
strange that people want to haggle on these sites, but if you go to the thrift store, you can't haggle for the price that you want. That's true.
Yeah, I think a lot about the haggling and the back and forth, and I think that there are some. I don't know. I think sometimes yes, that's fine, but then sometimes no. I did just get an email today that said that eBay is going to change the way that they do sizing. So they're
Oh, really?
standardizing all sizing across apparel and footwear.
Mm.
So they're only going to do alpha sizes and numeric sizes based on region and format. Like this just came up, so I'm not really sure of the ins and outs, but I'm like, what?
So
So
that's just small, medium, large, extra large, and then a number size. Is what
yes,
you're saying.
yes. So that's what it seems like. But I don't know that. I'm trying to think of in what instance this would change because I thought that it was always extra small, small, large. So that's why I was a little confused when I read it. Like, what?
Yeah, I'm kind of confused with that one too, but
Okay, so they're saying that you won't be able to put multiple sizes in a field, like small, medium, large, like if you have a bunch of sizes or whatever.
mm. Sweetbriar Farm says they've been trained that liking or saving is most likely an immediate discount offer.
Oh, on eBay? Yeah, I'm sure.
Then the two comments above, eBay fees are ridiculous. I agree, the fees are terrible.
They are, but there's. I just feel like the cost of doing business. I envision that at some point the fees on Depop will go up significantly. So
I had saw
I
someone that made a post and they were just they were trying to basically justify the fees on eBay and just saying, the marketing, the marketplace in general, the different things that eBay actually does offer as far as getting your item out to people.
yeah
I know the fees are high, but you do have to take that into consideration. They have the biggest marketplace. There is, the most people shopping on eBay.
yeah
So, I mean, I don't know. I've just kind of at this point just factored it in
yeah.
and
That's
kind of
really all you can
already,
do.
yeah, really. It's kind of no getting around it.
I think it would be helpful if they were more supportive to their sellers. Um,
That's
in
true.
in some of their instances, especially where the buyer is complaining or saying this or that, I do think that would be nice. But I understand. I think that they actually think about it from the stance that the buyer is right, like the customer is always right, which is typically what people think. So it works out.
Yeah. Yeah, they
But
definitely have to, even it out or at least make it, they have to look more into each individual case because it's not across the board that
yeah,
everything is the same. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So
and
I agree with that.
I think that's hard because people like are you really going to look at each case like, and you know what I mean? Like I can only imagine that they get millions of cases a day.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I think that they do what's simple. Agree with the customer and let's move on. You know what I mean? Like
In our case, it kind of, not good for us as the seller, but
definitely.
I don't
Yeah,
know. What can
definitely.
you do?
So Charity says, I don't think about the fees, just compare what I get to the cost of goods. Yeah. Sweetbriar says, I list VS Secret item last night and within 2 minutes I got a message with a list of pink items.
Hmm.
She needed me to list immediately so she can count them.
I guess you make maybe counter offer. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. So you must have had okay. So yeah, somebody wanted to purchase all of the. Okay, so TikTok, if you're listening, you need to do something about these chat messages. They need to be a little bit longer.
I know, right? Cut you off mid sentence. My
Right.
goodness.
And then you have to continue, and somebody's like, what? What? Oh my God. So
Oh, she was
yeah,
saying could buy them, so she
so
wanted
she
her to
could buy
listen
the
so she could buy
items.
them. Yeah.
That's pretty good. You must have had some very desirable items from that brand. Totally get it. All right, so we are at how many likes do we have? We are at 18,200
18,000.
likes.
Yeah.
Yay! That's awesome.
So
Awesome, awesome.
we were looking to get some suggestions of different topics for next week. We'll be back next week on Wednesday and just
Same
kind of
time, same
curious,
back channel.
right? Just kind of curious what you guys would like to talk about. I know I appreciate, I'm sure Tammy appreciates too, all the engagement, man. You guys have been asking questions and playing the games with us and all of that different type of stuff. So we love it. We love it.
Okay,
But
so
just curious what you guys want to hear us talk about for
Lainey
next week.
said, what brands do you like to pick up?
Okay, okay. Love the live. Thanks, David and Tammy. Thank
More than
you.
welcome.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
for joining and hanging out with us.
Right? The third straight week of fun and
Woo!
engagement. I think we on to something here, Tammy. I think we on
Yay,
to
I think
something.
so. I think so. This is awesome. I appreciate everybody.
For sure.
So, oh, that's okay, Leslie Ann. We're just glad you joined, even for a
Yeah,
short time.
seriously. Right? I saw someone in the chat, I can't remember who, but someone in the chat said they had learned so much just from jumping in the into the live that quick. So glad people are getting something out of what we're doing for you
Absolutely.
guys. Are there a lot of things that certain platforms don't allow? If so, we could talk more about that.
Okay.
That's a good one. Yeah, we can try to talk about that next week. Me too,
Everything
can't wait,
Hobby,
but I'm
thanks for
liking what I'm
joining.
hearing. Thank you, everything hobby. That is awesome. Also want to
Yes.
say thank you for all the gifts and all of that. As you can see at the top there, we put taps or claps and sharing is caring. You guys have been tapping, y'all been sharing, sending gifts and all of that. It is much appreciated. Thank you guys so much.
So Lainey said,
For
what do you do to
sure.
motivate yourself to list? I think that is a big one.
Mm,
Like,
mm. Let
that's a
me
big
let
one.
me let me jot some notes down so I don't forget these things for next week. Uh,
I'm taking notes too, David.
oh, okay, okay. I'm sure we'll bounce off of each other for this week coming up.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I had a good time though. Once again, we've been going strong. Initially, we were saying an hour.
Right.
Every live so far that we've done has close to hit 2 hours or more. We're at 2 hours and 15 minutes right now. Like
Woo!
what? This
Yay,
is this
us.
is exciting. I appreciate it.
And
Who would have
chat, we
thunk?
couldn't do it if it wasn't for you guys. We wouldn't be here. So
Seriously,
appreciate you.
seriously, the engagement helps so much.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are great. Thank you. You guys in the chat are great too. Let's cheer it up real quick.
Yay!
Yeah, Laney, the community is awesome. Appreciate all the
Absolutely.
support. Definitely.
Absolutely. Okay, so we have, thanks, Lainey. We appreciate you. So we have some ideas for next week. We hope that you all can join us. We will be back same time. Would you say, David, like we never left? I
Like
like
we never
that.
left.
Like we never left. Absolutely love that. So remember when you go in other lives, that taps are claps and sharing is caring. That is our
For
mantra.
sure.
We want to
For
help support
sure.
everybody. So thank you
Definitely.
so much
Thank you,
for
Terry.
joining, and we look to see you guys again next week.
All right, everybody. See you.